Good morning. Happy Friday. Woo! Actually, it's raining here in LA. Oh my goodness. There has been so much rain in this past month. I mean, really, more in this past month than years combined. I mean, we do need it, but it's a little bit of a rainy day. I may want to crawl back into bed. So last night I did the radio show. I don't know if any of you were able to tune in, but it's live with Colby Psychic Rebel, and I try to have really fun guests, and we take callers, and always those callers tend to hit home. Good morning, Tina. Those callers tend to hit home, and my goodness, I mean, with each of those callers, you could spend an hour with. Good morning, Bronny. Good morning, Stacy. But we only have a few minutes. But sometimes one of them says something or something comes forward, and it really is an inspiration to kind of talk about it further. And that to me today is health. You know, how many of you are finding you're getting sick or your body is not holding up? And that's happening to a lot of us. I mean, I keep seeing people sick a lot. And of course, things go around and bugs come around and all of that stuff. But I really feel that so much of our health and our body is really connected to our stress level. And if we can somehow find a way to release that stress, allow that flow of energy to go through us, then maybe we wouldn't be holding on to things so much, you know, because what happens is you don't know where to put it. You're trying to manage everything, or you're taking care of everybody first, and you're not taking care of yourself. And I think we need more rest than we believe we do. So many people say, oh, I sleep 5 or 6 hours a night. And, you know, obviously everybody is different, but I think we need more sleep. I really, really do. I think it's such a work mentality. Do you know, I did this study, you know, these 8-hour work days, you know, they used to not have that. That came with, there was like this, it really came from the government, from the system to get more out of the people, really. But it really wasn't until like the 50s really that came about. It's something like that. So this idea of us work, less sleep, work, it's crazy. And somehow we need to revolt against that. Because what's happening is, you know, for instance, especially when I was in tax, it's so much better now, but when I was in tax, you know, especially during tax season, good morning, Keely, but it's like, my lungs would get achy. I mean, almost like asthma or, you know, trouble breathing. And I would have to go to the doctor every tax season and get a breathing treatment. And I couldn't ever figure it out. And the doctor would say, well, it's stress. And I'm like, well, I'm always stressed. It wasn't until I forced myself to sleep an hour longer. So I'll sleep like 8.5 hours, which seems like crazy for some of you, I'm sure. But, you know, that helped radically. So, oh, hi. So, yeah. And it does wear you. Everything. Yeah, panic attacks too, Marie. Absolutely right. So when we can give our body some more rest, I think that will be a tremendous help. And like we talked about last week, giving yourself some fun time. And like someone else mentioned, you know, obviously exercise. You know, try to get out there and move and groove and do all that thing, okay? So it is a matter of we have to, because we're all taking on things, and what will happen is you know, they can manifest into something more severe if we don't take care of ourselves. If something is going wrong and it's persisting, you know, please go to the doctor. Please go get yourself checked out. we're finding that people aren't going, and they kind of have a tickle in their throat, or their chest is a little wheezy, and they're not taking care of it. And then by the time they go to the doctor, it's something much, much more serious. So, let's just start taking care of ourselves. I know our medical system is not the best in the United States. I get it. I totally get it. But you're worth it. You got to take care of numero uno, right? Take care of yourself. And, it's spirit, mind, and body. And especially for the light workers out there. You guys, we use a lot of energy. Sometimes I think we take that for granted. We think our bodies are just going to keep going, keep going, keep going. Mediumship is extremely taxing on the body. So we have to really practice that self-care with our health. It's more than just eating right. Eating right isn't just enough. It is about rest, sleep, getting that exercise in, getting that fun in, trying to find ways to not stress. Okay, great way to not worry about stress, because stress really kind of comes from things that we want to control but we can't control, or we feel like we're losing control, so we get stressed about it, right? It comes from a sense of control. So when you can release your grasp on wanting to control the outcome or wanting to control the situation, you can immediately start to release the stress that's around it. And a great example is I rent this home, which I do love this home actually. But I rent it, and they have a washer and dryer. It's, when I moved in, they said, hey, not our responsibility. We'll leave it here for you to use, but when it goes, it goes. So, well, it went. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like a stackable washer and dryer, you guys, is so much money. And I was like, had a moment of panic, and then I just let it go. And I let the landlord know, and he's like, I'll just come by and take a look. And he's like, it could be just a hose, but if it's the motor, we're done. And I thought, well, it had so much water in the bottom. I was like, oh, there's no way it's just a hose, right? So, but I didn't stress about it. I let it go. I was like, well, it is what it is. And he changed the hose, and the thing works like a champ. Do you see? So had I spent the whole week worrying and stressing and, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to control that outcome. And it wasn't. It was fine. It's fixed. It's better. So I would have wasted all that stress for nothing. So find ways to keep your health in check. Rest more. If you're feeling tired, give yourself permission to sleep. I don't know. Do you find it hard to give yourself permission to sleep? So, that helps. Maria's talking about meditation, and meditation is also really, really great. And I know, here's the thing. Let's talk about that real quick, because some of you are like, are you kidding? I don't have time to meditate, and it doesn't work anyway. Or, when you're trying to sit and think that it needs to be 30 minutes long, of course you're going to put it off. It's the same as saying I have to go to the gym. Good morning, Julie. So, it's the same as, saying, oh, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for that. So what we have to do is meditation, honestly, even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes, where it's just you and sitting in quietness and breathing in and just honoring your space, honoring yourself, just even for those few minutes, will really, really help. So, try this weekend. Let yourself maybe sleep in a little later tomorrow if you can, or go to bed a little earlier. Before you go to bed, tune out from your electronics. Let go of the electronics. Have a little ritual before you go to sleep, so that it helps allow your body to relax, because otherwise we'll take those stresses throughout the day, and then we'll have a restless sleep. We won't be able to sleep well, okay? So, give yourself this system that says, I'm worth getting a good night's sleep. I'm worth it. So, try that. For me, I take a hot bubble bath. So listen, don't think I don't know that this is our 2-week anniversary, okay? I'm keeping an eye. I am a woman. I'm going to know the exact time we met. It's been 2 weeks. So I do accept bubble bath and Epsom salts. No, back to what I was saying is every night before bed, you know, I take a hot bubble bath with Epsom salts. It's just that part of that ritual, you know. And so many, I have a lot of clients and students that say, oh, I don't have time for a bath. I don't have time for a bath. It's making time, finding time. Even if you have children, please try to find a few minutes for yourself. Even if your partner is a child, even if your spouse acts like a baby, give a few minutes to yourself, okay? So resting, sleeping, keeping up with your health, and please honor that, because, you know, you get one body, at least in this lifetime, until it comes back around, you've got one body, and make the most of it. Please take care of yourself, okay? And I want you to have a really great weekend, you know? I want to see how much sleep you get. And if you have an idea for a topic that you want me to share, please let me know. Let me know. Yeah, Linda, see, aren't they great? Epsom salt bubble bath. Highly recommend Epsom salt bubble bath, everyone. That's my recommendation. I'm not a doctor, so I can't diagnose. So my recommendation is hot bubble bath with Epsom salt. Oh, I'm going to miss you guys over the weekend, but I promise to think about you when I'm doing something fun. Take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday at 10 a.m. Talk to you later. Bye.